Every man has it, that one guiding value, the single pursuit that shapes their life, influences their choices, and offers a sense of purpose. For some, it's wealth, a measure of security against life's uncertainties. For others, it's happiness, a fleeting sense of peace they hope to make permanent. Some seek influence, striving for recognition or power in the eyes of others. And many turn to love or knowledge, hoping these will fill the void and anchor them through life's turbulence. Friedrich Nietzsche, the bold philosopher who sought to redefine the human experience, saw these values as fragile, fleeting, and easily disrupted. In his view, such pursuits are built on unstable ground, dependent on external conditions and the approval of others. When life's challenges inevitably arise, these values often fail to sustain us, leaving us vulnerable and unfulfilled. Nietzsche believed that for life to have true meaning, we need something deeper, a source of strength that doesn't rely on external validation or fleeting pleasures. This alternative, which he called the will to power, is a drive that turns struggle itself into a form of self-transformation. It's an unyielding force within us, a commitment to growth that not only survives adversity, but uses it as fuel. For Nietzsche, the will to power was the ultimate value, one that could make life rich with purpose, resilience, and enduring strength. The word power often brings to mind images of control over people, events, or one's environment. In Nietzsche's view, however, true power is not about exerting control over others, but about transforming ourselves. This shift is crucial. He defined power as an inner vitality, the force we cultivate by rising to meet life's difficulties and by expanding our own abilities. Nietzsche asks us to reconsider what it means to be strong. Rather than striving to dominate, he encourages us to build a form of strength that is rooted in personal mastery. "What is good?" he writes, "all that heightens the feeling of power, the will to power, power itself in man." True power, in this sense, is an inner strength, an ability to act with resilience, confidence, and depth. Nietzsche argued that those who seek to control others may actually be acting out of weakness, a fear or insecurity that drives them to project power outward rather than developing it within. The desire to dominate is often a sign of unresolved struggle within oneself. By contrast, self-overcoming is an act of courage, a decision to face life's uncertainties directly and develop the strength to thrive regardless of external circumstances. Consider someone devoted to a craft, a sport, or an intellectual pursuit. Their commitment is not about outperforming others, but about pushing their own limits, discovering new depths of skill and insight. For Nietzsche, such individuals embody the will to power. They demonstrate that true strength comes from dedicating oneself to personal mastery and inner transformation, not from imposing one's will on the world. To cultivate this inner power, Nietzsche emphasizes the importance of setting meaningful goals, goals that stretch our capabilities and align with our deeper aspirations. But for Nietzsche, meaningful goals must be chosen carefully. They are not the result of societal expectations or superficial ambitions. They come from within, resonating with our true values and challenging us to become something more. Nietzsche argued that truly valuable goals should reflect our individuality and encourage us to reach beyond our current limitations. They should be difficult enough to test our resolve, but aligned with our values and personal strengths. For what purpose humanity is, there should not even concern us. Why you are here, that you should ask yourself, he wrote, pointing to the importance of individual purpose. The idea is to find goals that resonate deeply, that awaken a sense of purpose beyond mere accomplishment. In setting such goals, we create a foundation for self-overcoming. These goals are not static, but evolve as we grow, keeping us engaged in a process of continuous refinement and discovery. They allow us to experience life as a journey where each step is meaningful, each effort a step toward a fuller realization of our potential. Nietzsche believed that life's greatest difficulties are not to be feared, but embraced, as they play an essential role in building our inner strength. For Nietzsche, obstacles are not interruptions in the journey. They are the very conditions that allow us to cultivate true power. He saw this process as similar to the way a tree develops deep roots to withstand fierce winds, or a muscle grows stronger when it encounters resistance. The will to power can only express itself against resistances, Nietzsche wrote. It seeks what resists it. This idea points to a profound shift in perspective. Rather than seeing difficulties as setbacks, Nietzsche invites us to see them as opportunities. They present us with a choice to back away or to confront them directly, using each encounter as a chance to expand our own capacities. Nietzsche likened this approach to the mindset of a warrior who grows stronger not by avoiding conflict, but by seeking worthy challenges. Each struggle becomes a test of character, an invitation to cultivate resilience and skill. In this way, life's obstacles are not problems to be solved, but gifts that shape us into more formidable, capable beings. When we face adversity, we often discover strengths we didn't know we had. This growth is not passive. It requires a conscious decision to meet resistance head-on. Nietzsche saw each of these moments as a step toward self-overcoming, toward building an inner power that can withstand life's fiercest storms without losing sight of our purpose. Nietzsche's vision of life as a continual process of self-overcoming means that no single accomplishment is ever a final destination. Instead, each goal we achieve serves as a stepping stone to the next. For him, the process of growth is cyclical. We set a goal, strive to reach it, and once it's achieved, we release it and set our sights on a new challenge. He captures this idea when he writes, "Whatever I create, and however much I love it, soon I must oppose it and my love." Nietzsche believed that fulfillment doesn't come from clinging to past achievements, but from continuously striving to become more. The goal of self-overcoming is not a static end, but an evolving journey, a commitment to perpetual growth. This process of achieving, letting go, and moving forward keeps our lives dynamic and alive with purpose. By refusing to rest on past accomplishments, we keep ourselves engaged in the process of becoming, constantly redefining what we are capable of. For Nietzsche, this is the essence of living by the will to power. It means being willing to face the unknown, to challenge ourselves again and again, knowing that the journey itself is where true fulfillment lies. For Nietzsche, the will to power provides a framework for understanding and even embracing suffering. He believed that while pain and hardship are inevitable aspects of life, they need not be avoided. In fact, he argued that suffering has a crucial role to play in personal growth. Man does not repudiate suffering as such. He desires it, provided he has shown a meaning for it. In Nietzsche's view, suffering becomes meaningful when we see it as part of the journey of self-overcoming. The trials we endure are not simply obstacles. They are teachers, challenging us to confront our fears, our weaknesses, and our limitations. When we understand suffering as an integral part of growth, it loses some of its bitterness and becomes an essential ingredient in building resilience. This perspective stands in contrast to many philosophical and religious beliefs that promise an escape from suffering. Nietzsche instead calls us to find fulfillment within life as it is, including its harshest realities. Nietzsche's philosophy of the will to power offers a view of life that is both challenging and deeply empowering. It invites us to live not for comfort or ease, but for growth and transformation. Through the will to power, life becomes an active engagement, a constant process of becoming more resilient, more capable, and more attuned to our own potential. What is happiness? Nietzsche asks. The feeling that power increases, that a resistance is overcome. For him, happiness is not a state we reach, but a byproduct of striving and overcoming, a joy that arises from the satisfaction of growth. When we approach life with the will to power, each difficulty becomes a chance to rise above our former selves, each success a foundation for future challenges. Nietzsche's will to power is a call to embrace life fully, to engage with its trials and triumphs as part of an endless cycle of self-overcoming. It's a philosophy that asks us not to settle, but to continue climbing, growing, and reaching new heights. As Nietzsche wrote, "And life itself confided the secret to me. Behold," it said, "I am that which must always overcome itself."